Welcome back to the broadcast. Our next two guest star in a new show called Dig. It's on USA. Welcome Anne Heche and Jason Isaacs. Good morning, you two.
Good morning.
How are you doing, Amy?
So my coworker told me this morning that this show looks awesome. Tell me about it.
Your coworker
is a genius and very
absolutely correct.
Yeah, it's a conspiracy thriller murder mystery set in Jerusalem, and the most important thing to know about it is that it comes from Gideon Raff, who created Homeland, and Tim Kring, who created Heroes, and they are just the best storytellers working in television today. So we can tell you the details, but the fact is, in our business, you follow the talent, and they are geniuses.
So what kind of, this is like an action thriller, right?
I think Detective Cohen is about to arrest me.
Yes, kind of Da Vinci Code-esque, I guess, we have been told.
It's very hard to describe it, only because it sounds a little bit cheesy when we say it's everything. It's an action, thriller, murder, mystery, conspiracy, end-of-the-world adventure, but it's also full of very rich and human characters facing very real human problems. And there's, you know, a bunch of very complicated relationships in there and complicated people who are trying to save the world from evil.
Well, it sounds like a show that we're going to easily get sucked into. Now, tell me a little bit about the personal characters. What kind of drama will each of your characters go through personally in the show? Can you enlighten us?
We both play FBI agents that are stationed in Israel.
She's my boss.
He's going through an emotional journey. Yeah. Really, and needs to come to Israel to be, you know, away from it, and instead ends up confronting it. So it's really his incredible emotional journey that kind of takes us through this murder mystery.
I don't know how many of your viewers have been to Jerusalem, but it's a place, whether you have faith or not, that you can't ignore the passions and the history in the place. And it's probably the most contested piece of real estate there's ever been in the history of the world. So it's a story about faith and fanaticism. And surprises. At every page, this thing surprises when we were reading it, and I think it'll surprise the viewers. But at the very heart of it, there are many people in the world who think that their faith would justify some truly catastrophic things happening on the planet. And my character and Anne's character are not on board with that, and we're trying to stop it happening.
So is the show actually shot in Jerusalem?
Well, we shot a lot of it in Jerusalem, and then, luckily for us, the Romans decided to conquer half the planet. So we went to other places where they built cities where we could control the environment more, because it's a really intense place to shoot. And then we went to New Mexico, and they were in northern Canada. There's some truly mind-blowing locations we shot in, and places that not just the camera, but the public have never been or never seen before.
Okay.
And you know, I don't think people care what actors did on their holiday, but it was nonetheless an extraordinary experience for both of us.
So is there any attraction between the two characters?
Well, they have sex, if that's what you're talking about.
Okay, thanks for answering that.
No, but the thing, actually, it's an interesting question, because we are, in the show, we're friends. She's my boss, and we're sleeping with each other, but we're not romantically involved. And it does beg the question, can you do that? Is it possible to just have a relationship of convenience that way? And that's a challenge throughout the show. They're good enough writers that our relationship changes, and it becomes a strain, as you can imagine.
Yeah, but maybe more of a challenge for me not to have it be romantic than for you. Since he gets romantically involved with some other people in the show as well. I mean, not that I'm giving too much away, but
why not just hand out the script?
I'm not the only one.
Just hand out the script.
Yeah.
I love that face, Anne. That's perfect. Classic. All right, so what's next for the two of you?
Well, we've been doing this for the better part of a year all over the planet. And I finished a day ago. Just a day ago, I was naked down a mine half a mile underneath Croatia. So.
And it wasn't the first time.
No, I very rarely keep my clothes on in this show. What's next is a good rest and a massage. We have our premiere tonight. And then tomorrow morning will be the first time I wake up with the alarm buzzing at dawn.
It sounds like
what's next for you?
That's really...
What you doing next?
I'm going to spend a bunch of time with my kids and enjoy that I'm not getting on a plane. I've done a lot of travel to extraordinary places this year, and I'm looking forward to being home.
Awesome. Well, we wish y'all the best of luck, and we're looking forward to watching this.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Thank
Please
y'all.
enjoy.
Dig premieres on USA on Thursday, March 5th at 9 o'clock Central Time. Check your local listings for channel information, and we'll be back with more broadcast right after this.